There is a fundamental constant that governs all existence, a medium through which all events occur. And yet, for all its importance, it remains largely unexamined. This subject is, of course, time. Consider this. From the most minor physical movement to the execution of a grand strategy, every single action is contained within the framework of time. It is the silent, unchanging context for everything that happens. And a decision is not an instantaneous event. It's a process that unfolds moment by moment through the continuous passage of time. And here we arrive at a central paradox. Humans are experts at managing time. We create schedules, set deadlines, and optimize minutes. But we rarely, if ever, examine the fundamental nature of time itself. It is a tool we use but refuse to inspect. So why this avoidance? The answer is simple. To look closely at time is to confront a set of deeply uncomfortable truths. Its absolute, inflexible nature creates a significant psychological pressure. Let's compare. Most variables in life are, to some degree, flexible. They can be altered, paused, or negotiated. But time is different. It is constant, it is continuous, and it is entirely non-negotiable. This complete lack of control is a primary source of our underlying discomfort. To cope with this reality, the mind develops a series of cognitive mechanisms. These are, essentially, mental models designed to create a psychological buffer, a safe distance from the impartial reality of time. One of the most powerful of these is what we can call the distance illusion. A future event, even one that's numerically close, is perceived as being much farther away. This cognitive distortion effectively strips the future of its emotional weight, and with it, its urgency. This is compounded by a mechanism known as temporal discounting. The brain is structured to assign a higher value to the present than to the future. So a small, immediate reward will almost always feel more compelling than a much larger reward that requires waiting. And the outcome of this is predictable. Our capacity for effective, long-term planning is systematically weakened. The powerful magnetic pull of short-term comfort begins to dominate the decision-making process. Which brings us to another key mechanism: the active avoidance of time's finite nature. This isn't just a matter of being forgetful. It's an unconscious, defensive maneuver to sidestep the discomfort that comes with acknowledging scarcity. You see, there's a logical sequence here. Acknowledging that time is finite immediately requires you to prioritize. Prioritization, by definition, forces trade-offs, and every trade-off means eliminating other possibilities. To avoid the discomfort of closing those doors, the mind simply refuses to take the first step. It avoids the initial acknowledgement. Our own memory further complicates our perception. The past is often compressed. Years can feel like months. This distortion of the past directly affects how we perceive the future, making it seem far more expansive and distant than it actually is. Now, these cognitive mechanisms are not abstract. They are reinforced and solidified by our actions, by the behavioral patterns and routines we establish in our daily lives. Routine, for instance, serves as a powerful form of distraction. It takes the unceasing, linear flow of time and segments it into discrete, manageable units. By focusing on the immediate task, we can ignore the larger, uncontrollable passage of time in which that task is embedded. Over time, routine becomes more than just a schedule. It becomes a psychological buffer. It insulates us from the more difficult, existential questions that might arise in moments of unstructured quiet. This can create what is known as a delay loop. It's a self-perpetuating cycle where the failure to examine time makes it easier to postpone things, and postponing things reinforces the initial lack of examination. The loop functions like this. Because time goes unexamined, the future remains an abstraction. Because the future is abstract, decisions are postponed. Because decisions are postponed, the present remains unchanged, which removes any incentive to examine time. The cycle then repeats. And the modern environment is an ideal catalyst for this loop. Constant streams of information and external stimuli are designed to capture and hold our attention. This fills all available cognitive space, which can prevent the basic awareness of time's passage from even registering. But this sustained pattern of avoidance, both cognitive and behavioral, is not without consequence. There is a fundamental, often unseen trade-off being made.
And here is that trade-off. We exchange long-term intentionality for short-term psychological comfort. By avoiding difficult thoughts about time, we preserve a feeling of ease in the present. The cost, however, is a life directed by circumstance rather than by conscious design. Ultimately, time is not a mystery. It is not hidden from us. Its properties are constant and observable. The avoidance of time is an active, though often unconscious, choice, a choice made to preserve comfort in the face of its difficult implications.
This leads to a final, unresolved question. If awareness of time changes how decisions are made, what would happen if people thought about time more often than they avoided it?